Is up, AO Sports? Today we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs. Basically, we're gonna talk about the games of yesterday. I will soon bring out predictions, so don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified. So basically, this video is gonna be talking about the games of yesterday, what happened, what went down, and basically, the reason why I didn't make my predictions, you know, as quickly is because I first wanted to see what would happen in game one, and then judge off of that. So basically, that's why I haven't made a predictions video. But let's get into this. Wizards versus Sixers. Well, the score was 125 to 118, winning the 76ers. Well, how can I say this? It was a back and forth game basically until the end, where the 76ers were, even though the Wizards did make a little run, but the 76ers just came out and balled out, mostly in the last quarter. I do believe that the Wizards could make some type of trouble for the 76ers, but I don't think it'll be the type of trouble where they can eliminate. They might, tire them out by maybe taking them to a game six or a game five. So instead of sweeping them, and there will be close games, is what I believe. But you know, the game was well back and forth. I just believe that Russell Westbrook needs to turn down the turnovers. Even though that's really how Westbrook plays for most of his career, but I just think that he should tone that down, and really focus on playmaking. I mean, he's making the right decisions. You know, Westbrook should improve his shooting and all of that, but I just think that the Wizards team defense especially is not as good in order to stop, for example, Joel Embiid. Who's their center to stop Joel Embiid? I mean, Alex Len cannot do that, So it's a tough situation. I just think that the 76ers, um, I don't want to say they're gonna sweep them, because I think the Wizards will win at least one game, but that's not gonna make much of a difference. Next, we got the Phoenix Suns versus the Lakers. Well, wow, wow, wow. 99 to 90 winning the Phoenix Suns. Now, do I think that the Lakers are going to bounce back? Most likely. I just think that LeBron and AD are taking off some rust, off of those injuries. They will be back and they will play good. And Devin Booker had 34 points, phenomenal. Chris Paul has 7 points. I think it was like 4 assists. Um, but it was because of his shoulder contusion, that injury that he had during the game, even though he still went out and played. But I think that maybe next game, he will be back, icing it, heating it up, and making the shoulder feel good. And I think that they're gonna come out and they're gonna fight even better than yesterday. Um, the one thing is that I think that LeBron is gonna come out with that eye of the tiger type, and is gonna try to dominate throughout the whole entire game and score 40 points or something like that, and AD is gonna go for 25. Um, but that's the only way that the Lakers have a chance to win. Now, if you tell me that the Phoenix Suns win next game, I could sit down and say the Lakers are in deep trouble, because I don't believe that if they're up 2-0 that they're gonna like lose four in a row, or they might lose, for example, one and then win another, like that. But if they're up 2-0, I think it's gonna be the Lakers are in deep trouble. I'm not saying that they're gonna sweep them. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I think that it will be a tougher ride for LeBron and Anthony Davis, and it would be nice for a change to at least for me, because I'm a Celtics fan. But it would be nice to not see the Lakers win, or not see the Lakers make it to the finals, because they're already tied with the Celtics in the NBA Finals the most, both for 17. So, but this is basketball, and I just love to watch it. So, I believe that Chris Paul will come back and he will play phenomenally well. And so will Devin Booker. I think this is gonna be a great series. Hawks versus Knicks. Well, honestly, phenomenally well. Great job by both teams keeping it tight, 105-105 until Trae Young drops a floater and makes it, which was honestly phenomenally well. I cannot believe he actually had the ability to do that, even though it's not something that I did not expect because that's really his specialty with the floaters and the three. But Julius Randle, the whole Knicks team played great defense. They kept a tight game. Um, I don't want to say this is gonna be a 7 game series. I would like to say a 6 game series that the Hawks win it. But I don't think the Hawks are gonna go past the second round because any team that goes to the second round, I don't think the Hawks could really go out and beat them. But it's nice for Trae Young's first debut in his playoff series to win a first rounder, right? Um, but basically, it was a really nice game. I loved watching it. Julius Randle going back and forth. I think he could have found a better shot, I guess, for the last shot, but it is what it is, and it is a 7 game series, so there's no need to worry about just because of the first game. But it was a great game. Grizzlies versus Jazz. Wow, what a great game. And so basically the fourth quarter where the Grizzlies came out and balled out, 3-3, making crazy shots and everything. You can see that the Jazz need Donovan Mitchell deeply. Hopefully he comes back fairly soon. But I think they can. I think that the Jazz could hold it down for at least these few games. I think they could win the series without Donovan Mitchell. But it's really up to Mike Conley if he's gonna go out and ball out or if he's gonna play mediocre. Because Mike Conley has the ability to do that, but just that he doesn't do it consistently. But it was a great game. I just believe that this young Grizzlies core team is just all the way. Like, you could be blowing them out, but they're still gonna give it their all, to try to come back and win the game. And that's the type of fight that they have. Other than the Jazz, is like, they when they have a lead, I think they go a little bit too comfy. They get too comfortable, and that's when they lose. But obviously, I saw in the game they need Donovan Mitchell. They need that explosiveness. They need that mentality. They need that scoring. They just need Donovan Mitchell. The definition of Donovan Mitchell is what they need. And with that, I'm for sure they're gonna win the series. But right now, without him, it's a little bit iffy. But let's see. Maybe he comes back and he's rusty, and that's not the same for a couple games. Even though I doubt that, because Donovan Mitchell probably right now is training and practicing and taking shots. So, but otherwise, it was a great game. I think it will be a great series. I want to say Jazz, but I'm kind of iffy on the Grizzlies, But let me know what you guys think about these playoffs and about these games, by the way. So go ahead and comment below. And I'm gonna take out my predictions fairly soon. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And as always, guys, love sports.